Good morning, Copeland Wildcats. It's me again, your friendly neighborhood media specialist, and I'm here with WCES Live at Home. Um, just as I was mentioning before, I am at home just like you guys are. So I have two wonderful children running around the house right now. So they might come in and say hi. Maybe they won't. Maybe they will. But just warning you in advance, they might be coming in. I wanted to go over a few things that I went over yesterday because I know yesterday we had some audio issues. When I put on the screen, it was kind of echoey. And also, if you are having trouble with Office 365, then you may not have been able to see the video either because I did post that through Office 365. So today I chose to use our YouTube channel, Copeland Wildcat, to post this video today. So anyone having trouble with their Office 365 can get the benefit of these troubleshooting tips, even if you're not able to get in anywhere. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and hit the ball rolling and go ahead and knock out some of those troubleshooting issues. Again, I'm gonna switch screens. Hopefully there should be no echo this time. I tested it. If there is, just comment below so I can know that there's an issue and I'll try to fix it in the middle of the show, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to the Google screen. All right, so let's see here. Okay, so if you want to get onto Office 365 to access distance learning materials that your teacher has put out, there's some very important things that you need to know. So right now I am on a desktop computer. This will work on a desktop or a laptop computer. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to go to the RCBOE website, whether it's the main district site or our Copeland website. It does not matter, but you do want to go to rcboe.org. And there's many ways to get to the Launchpad. You just have to make sure that you are on RCSS's Launchpad. You can get that by going through the student tab on the district page. You can go down right here to Launchpad. You can click that. Uh-oh. Okay, we're here. My screen blinked like we were having streaming issues. Okay, so this is the WRCS Launchpad. You know on your right one because it has that Richmond County logo right on top. When you log in, you're just going to put your username and password in. Don't forget, kids, if you're missing a period, if you miss a letter, it's not going to recognize it. You have to put everything in exactly the way you're supposed to. Otherwise, the computer will not know it's you. Also, don't forget, passwords are case sensitive. That means if it's a capital letter, you have to put a capital letter. If it's a lowercase letter, you have to put a lowercase letter. So please remember that when you are putting your password in, there are no spaces and you have to capitalize and put numbers exactly the way they are shown on your login card. Okay, so once you get to Launchpad, you'll see all the apps that you have on your particular Launchpad. Now mine looks different because I'm a media specialist. You should have iReady as one of these apps. So if you are on a desktop or a laptop, you can access iReady this way. You have to go through Launchpad, click on iReady, it will take you there. However, some people are having some issues with this Office 365 right here because there's not an extension on your Google app. Now, let me show you how it works. It's very, very easy to work through. You click Office 365, and it's going to tell you, oh, wait a second, your ClassLink browser is not installed. Now, on a desktop or a computer, all you have to do is hit Install Extension, and it will work. Now, I learned this yesterday after the show, which is great, so I can help you guys today. If you are on an Android phone or an Android tablet, you will still get this message, but it will not work. If you try to use the extension in the Google Chrome browser on your phones, it will not work. Instead, you're not going to click that blue button. You're just going to click Continue to Website. When you do that, it's just going to ask for your credentials. Okay? Now mine logged right in because I've actually already logged in on another screen, but it will come up and it will ask for your RCBOE login. And in this case, you will need to put your username and then the @ symbol at Richmond County or richmond.k12.ga.us. Let me show you what I'm talking about. It will ask for your credentials. You want to make sure you put your last name, first name, your middle initial if that's applicable, at richmond.k12.ga.us. That is what you're going to have to put in if you have to log in through Office 365 because your extension does not work. All right. Then you would put your password in as usual. But if you're on a computer or a desktop, all you have to do is install this extension. It'll take you to another page. It says, do you want to install this? Add it to Chrome, and you'll say yes. Add to Chrome. Yes. And give all the permissions. Yes, yes, yes. And it will allow you to add that to Chrome. You can close that now. You can close that now. And when you click on it again, it will take you straight in to your Office 365. Okay, so now you can access your email. You can access your teams if your teacher has set up a team or a notebook. Stream right here, the Stream app. That is where I host WCES at home. Today I'm on YouTube, but I will be posting it in both places. If you don't see any of these apps, you can click all apps, and it will show you all the apps that you can access in Office 365, and you can find them. Stream, Teams, Outlook, whatever you need. So don't forget, just a quick recap, if you are on a desktop or a laptop, you can click Office 365, download the extension in Google, and you will be able to get in. If you are on a device that does not allow you to do that, even after you've said connect the extension, whether it's a Chromebook or an Android phone or a tablet of some kind, and it will not let you install the extension, then instead of clicking install an extension, just click continue to website and log in using your full credentials and your password as normal. And that will get you into Office 365. Okay? All right. One other note is, as I said before, you can do iReady on computers or desktops. If you have, let me go ahead and switch back over. All right, guys. If you have an iPad, okay, or an iPhone, you can use that to access your Launchpad and your Office 365 just like you can on a computer or desktop. If you have an updated iPad, you can do iReady. Here's how you have to do iReady, though. You're going to have to go into your iPad. Let's see. You're going to want to go to the App Store. You can't really see it. My screen's providing a glare. But you're going to go to the App Store. Okay? Y'all know what the App Store is. I know you do. But anyway, you're going to go on iPad, go to your App Store. You're going to download the iReady for Students app. And you're going to download it onto your device. But then you have to go back through the browser on your iPad. Go into Launchpad through your browser. Sign into Launchpad and click the iReady in your Launchpad. From there, it will ask you, do you want to open the app? You can say yes, and it will open the iReady app so you can do iReady on your iPhone or your iPad. Please note, it has to be an updated version of the current iPad OS. If it is an older iPad, especially ones with the thicker plugs, those are not going to work, unfortunately. Same with if you have a regular Android phone or an Android tablet, you can get on the Launchpad, you can get on Education Galaxy, you can get on Office 365, but you cannot do iReady on Android devices. So I apologize for that, but there are plenty of other resources that you guys can do. Ask Your Teacher about Education Galaxy. It's a new program we were starting to work with right before we ended up getting out of school. It is an excellent program for you guys, and it'll practice some skills, and it's got some games, and it's something fresh from iReady. So ask your teacher about Education Galaxy. You can do that from any device that can connect to the internet, okay? So whether it's a phone, a computer, or anything. So that's a great alternative to your iReady time, is doing Education Galaxy time if you cannot do your iReady time. All right, so those are the major troubleshooting issues that I wanted to talk about today that I put on the show yesterday. Now, for some fun stuff, what have you guys been doing? Yesterday, if you watched the show, I challenged you to create a stay-at-home, learning from home journal. And I am still challenging you to do that. I would love to see every student have a journal for each day of their at-home learning activities. Just write about what you did, write about what you learned, and tell us something that you enjoyed about it. What were some challenges? I challenged you guys yesterday to do an activity with your parents to exercise your learning without having to sit behind a book or a computer. Read a recipe and bake a cake. Measure the ingredients. Write about your experience afterwards. Or go outside and observe the wildlife. You guys, we have lots of different birds around right now. Yesterday was the first day of spring. So There are some beautiful birds out there getting ready to build nests. And if you guys sit on your porch and you're still long enough, you might see some of those birds coming by. I have one trying to build a nest on my porch at this very moment. But write about the birds that you see. Draw pictures of them. Ask questions. What do you want to know about these birds? Do you know what kind of birds they are? And maybe once you're finished enjoying outside nature, you can go inside and then Google it and see what kind of birds are in our area and see if you can figure out which birds you saw. That is a great learning activity. It doesn't require, you're doing science, you're doing reading, you're doing inquiry. You are being an IB learner when you do those things, and it's fun. It's exciting. I always love learning about something new. Just to give you a quick example, I used to have a pond in my backyard, and every year I would have frogs. Well, I thought they were frogs. And they would lay eggs in my pond, and I got so excited because I got a pond and they're gonna have babies in my pond. And so I saw these frog eggs and they looked really, really funny. And I'm like, oh wow, this is so awesome. And so I Googled it. I don't remember why. Somebody said something about it. But I found out they were not frogs. They were toads. And yes, they are two different kinds of amphibian. So they were actually toads in my backyard, not frogs. And their eggs looked distinctly different from each other. So I learned a little something. Took some of the toad eggs to school and shared them with my kids. We were so excited. So every part of your day is inquiry and exploring. So I encourage you guys that while you are out, take advantage of this time that you have to go out and explore. Read about things you wanted to read about. Look outside, see what there is to learn about. Google things you always wondered about. Make sure you are doing some adult supervision, especially my younger kids. But it's a great experience. You guys can learn so much, and then you can write about it in your at-home learning journal and share it with us when we get back to school. We would love to see all the things that you learned while you were out. Don't forget to still practice those basic skills, reading, writing, math. Again, using some of those apps that we've given you or some of the hard copies of materials that we have provided for you from our school. A matter of fact, I think there's a pickup window today from 11 to 1. It's going on right now. If you needed to pick up hard copies of materials because you're having trouble with some of the apps, you can still pick up hard copies of materials today from 11 to 1 at school if you need some of those things. And last but not least, I will be using a new app very soon. I will announce that on our website on the Distance Learning page to do some interactive story times. Those will be private interactive story times where you have to use it. It will not be broadcast like on YouTube or anything like that. It will be you sign in and you can sign up with any website, with any email address. You don't have to create an account. You have to create an email or a password or anything, but you just use whatever email you already have. And students, you already all have an email. It's your Office 365 Richmond County email. And you can use that. I'm pretty sure I'm going to use the app called Zoom. And Zoom allows us to have an interactive story time where I'll be able to read to you guys. You guys can pop back in with questions and comments, and it'll be a really great experience. I will have some for the younger grades, and I'll also have some for the upper grades. So I am looking forward to getting that started next week sometime. So please stay tuned. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of WCES at Home. Please comment below if there was any concerns that you had or any questions that you had if something wasn't working right. I will be posting this video also in the Stream app when it is uploaded, okay? Hope you guys have a great Friday. See you later.